Good evening. I'm your host, Brenda Cusack. You are listening to us in the public interest. You are listening to us live on WIMG 1300, worldwide internet, WIMG1300.com. And if you are viewing us on WZBN, Mercer County Channel, that's always a tongue twister, 25. And we are just so happy to have you back and a continuation because we were saying that seemed like we missed something. Roberta, you've been writing for years and you've won various awards, the National Shakespeare Trophy of Excellence Award, the National Editor's Choice Award, and the National Poet Excellent Award for Poetry. You've done 4 books, and I can remember your poetry. I can remember when my husband died, how you sent your books to me, and also I think you even have what do you call it? Posters. And, which was very inspirational, very inspiring for me. So let's talk more about your work.
Okay, but first I want to thank you, Brenda, because you were the first to open the door to me and introduce me to the public. And I owe you so much because had it not been for you, I just, none of this would have come into fruition because you were the,
I was only a vessel.
Well, God made.
If we're not obedient, He gets other vessels.
But I want to personally thank you, Brenda, because you were the first person to recognize my talent and offer me a chance to come on the radio. But Brenda, let me just go back to my poetry. As I was writing my books, as I said, my books are my testimony. And if you go through these little pearls that's in here, is little poems that relate to one poem. I have one poem that will sum up this entire book.
Can we hear it? And the book is From Hell to Salvation. One Girl's Journey.
Yes, ma'am, and it can be bought any online bookstore.
E-books,
it can
everywhere.
You can order it anywhere. And I entitled this poem, if you think about the title, From Hell to Salvation, One Girl's Journey. Life is what you make it. And this is one thing that we all need to know, that life is what you make it. There is one big lesson that's not taught in school. This main lesson is not taught as Mom's golden rule. Listen to me now, and you will learn that this is so, that life is what you make it. Now, that's a fact wherever you may go. I used to sit and wonder, when will my life change? Feeling bored and miserable playing them same old games, never seeming to succeed in anything I tried. I got so depressed at times that I just break down and cry. And when I was pitied or someone felt sorry for me, I just wallow in my misery, didn't want to be set free, looking for the easy way out now that pity had been found, or getting into everything I knew was wrong, or simply just bumming around. Didn't have cash at times, but those that felt sorry would do for you. When you don't want to face reality, it's pure hell what you go through. You eventually no longer respect yourself or anyone that crossed your path. Your so-called friends sit and point at you. Others just sit back and laugh. You turned yourself into a joke. God knows that didn't have to be. Until I read the Bible, embraced His wisdom, turned to God to be set free. But it was not that simple. You must hit rock bottom first. Your life must be in so much turmoil that you just want to sit and curse. Curse the Father, curse the Son, curse the one by whom you were born. Curse the day, curse the night, curse any and everyone in your sight. Till your body's all weak, limp and tired. You scream to the heavens, what is it you desire? What am I doing? What can I do? I was losing my sanity. Now that was true. Then there you sit all alone. You lost them all. The fault is your own. Searching and looking for a way. The only thing left was to kneel and pray. Pray to the Father to teach you the word. Then truly you know your voice will be heard. Pray for the wisdom the wisdom to know that you won't go down that road no more. On a regular basis, you must pray. God will be there every day. Right by your side is where he'll be until the day that you'll finally see that life is what you make it. Now, that is for sure. You can truly make it more than can be endured. Right now, I'm happy. A most blessed life. No longer is there heartache, pain, and strife. I pray to God regularly. Now, that's night and day. With God in my life, it could be no other way. I thank you, Jesus, for loving me. I thank you, Jesus, for setting me free. I thank you mostly for the forgiveness of my past, for the eternal peace that I found at last. Life is truly what you make it.
Wow.
To God be the glory.
And that really sums this up.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, we were talking as we were leaving out Roderick.
Yes.
No longer Mr. Heck, Roderick.
Yes.
Roderick. We were talking, the three of us, about how the choices that we make, we go about looking for things to fill a void in us. And the only person that can fill that void is actually God.
Right.
He's the only one.
Yep.
You want to add some more to that?
Well, you know what? I when you said that, there's just one thing that just kind of hit me. I mean, we were created to believe, and God's message is always, why not believe in me?
Right.
Because
right.
that's
right.
you have to believe in something.
Right.
You know, and we find it so hard to just believe. And with this, you know, book, and this is an important book for me, From Hell to Salvation, because it gives us an opportunity. You know, we've got 5 children. You've got to have conversations with them. You need to be able to, they don't just wake up and start to say, I'm going to go down this road or go down that road. Right. This book allows you to have that discussion and allows you to travel the road without actually going there.
Right.
And it also reaffirms life lessons that you can pick up that are biblically sound that lead you out. I mean, and that's just one of the key points here. I can't emphasize enough when God says, I will be with you always. He means it.
Right.
You know, and that's, if you actually get through this, and I know I've gone through some things in my life. You grow up where you are young and you believe that you can do all things, and then when you live long enough, like I look at my life and I wonder, I know that I could not have gotten out of these things. There was someone there, God, who reached out. And how does he reach out? We believe that there's going to be some supernatural thing coming down, but he reaches out through us. That's why it's important for us to take, you know, our positions and to do and to carry out his message, to carry out the gospel. And that's what we're constantly trying to do through the books.
And here, if you had 5 words to use to describe your book, what would they be? And I like what you put here.
Well, captivating, yes, spellbinding, page-turner, inspirational, faith-building, and also just words of wisdom where you can bring to the table. And, you know, one thing that I was sharing with my husband, I just want to go to a part of the book, that you know, that made me know God was with me. You know, I had to write this as a fiction because I was advised to make this a fiction because
you had to
embellish
some of the
some things have to be
because
embellished.
the characters that's in the book, you know, but, you know, I had, you know, sometimes when you get on those binges, you go for weeks, you know, like 7 days, no sleep. And something happened to me that I share with my husband that's totally, not just several things, but this is one miraculous thing that I came in one night. I was so tired, excuse the expression, that it was thundering. I had been up for 7 days. I was so tired. I And I hadn't ate anything, so I put a couple of eggs on it, boiled them, and poured me a cup of tea and set it by the bed. And Mom always say when it's thunder and lightning, unplug everything. You know,
I remember those days.
I had lit a candle, I set the food by the bed, and I had a book, and I laid down. As soon as I laid down, I said, "Oh my God, that feels so good," and I fell right to sleep.
You're going to have to pause that for a moment. We have to go for a station break.
All right.
We'll be back to talk about the book From Hell to Salvation, One Girl's Journey. And it's an exciting time, and maybe you'll be able to embellish on some more of your poetry like you did. And I remember seeing you on Bobby Jones when you did a few of your poems. So we're going to take a break at this moment in the public interest. I'm your host, Brenda Cusack, and you are listening to us on WIMG 1300, viewing us on WZBN, Mercer County Channel 25, and we'll be back shortly.
Amen.
And we're out.
Homeowners, did you know a burglar could break into your home and get away in just 5 minutes? A locked door may not be enough to keep a thief out of your home. Think about what you can lose, and then think about this. Now you can get a free security system monitored by ADT, the leader in home security. Pick up your phone now and get free hardware, free medical and fire alert, and free activation. It's an $850 value. Just call Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer. Call 800-940-4639. You'll get 24-hour protection, and there's no cost for parts or activation. So call now about a free security system monitored by ADT. Call 800-940-4639. $99 installation charge. 36-month monitoring agreement at $35.99 a month. Call for terms and conditions to this offer and protect your home license numbers. So don't wait. Call now. 800-940-4639. That's 800-940-4639.
Very happy to have a continuation of Roberta Heck and her works, but before we continue, I would like to announce that Living Hope Empowerment Center will be having a Women's Day celebration November 17th from 12 to 4. Yours truly is one of the workshop leaders, and they'll have workshops and exhibitors, and they even have a piece that they added this year for the youth, a youth track. They have beauty stations offering massages, makeup, meditation, Zumba classes, and also they will have food demonstrations. So if you're not doing anything on Saturday, it is free, but you must register. And the telephone number is 392-4094 or www.empowermentoftrenton.com. So please join us on Saturday if you're not doing anything. Welcome back, Roberta Heck. This is in the public interest, and you are listening to us on WIMG 1300 and viewing us from WZBN, Mercer County Channel 25. And I want you to continue with that story. I mean, I remember the days when the storms came. You couldn't move. You had to unplug everything, sit in the dark, no newspaper, no telephone. My God.
But the only difference
sounds like Hurricane Sandy.
Right.
But the only difference was I was tired from being on a binge for 7 days. And when I came in, I had, like I said, I had fixed me a little something, sat on the side of the bed. And as soon as I stretched out, I said, oh my God, that feel good, and fell right asleep. I have now remember this, I've been up about 7-8 days, no sleep. So during this time, I felt something lift me up. And I looked around. And I said, wow, the room is orange. And then I something. Now I've been up this long, and then I lay back down. I'm hearing something. The house is on fire. I opened my eyes. I said, the house is on fire. You know, now I'm feeling this. Something lifted me. So my eyes opened, and I'm looking, and I'm seeing orange. When I heard this, I look over. The right guy can. Psst, that's how much heat was in the room. The TV, boom. I mean, it was just so much going on. The guy next door was pushing through the window, knocking the chef down. Get up, get out of there. I feel no smoke. I smell nothing. I get up, and I try to spray it over the door that the closet is burning. It catch on fire. I start heading to the front door. I said, oh, my pictures. I turn around. Oh, the smell just burnt all down in my throat. I couldn't turn around and go back. The fire chief came. The fire was so bad. Now, I'm laying in the middle room. The refrigerator had puckled and come open. Oh, wow. I mean, that's how much. Wow. The right guy can. I remember everything on the dresser. There's so much heat was in that room that it was spinning. But I smelled nothing. Now, I'm cloaked, and I know it wasn't nobody but angels around me. The refrigerator, the rubber had puckered. It had popped open. Wow. My pictures in the living room, they had burnt. Rick, you saw my pictures. He saw all of it. And I just knew it was nobody but the Lord. So many times that He's brought me through. He's been there. And it's in the book.
And this is the testament.
That's in the book. And the fireman said he don't see how I made it if the heat and the smoke hadn't got me.
Wow.
How did I get out of there?
Wow.
And I was worn. I was so tired that I should have. I don't even know what. I know what woke me up. But God. But
being that this is your testimony, I call it your testimony,
yes, ma'am.
Okay, although it is a fiction. Why should people read your book other than the fact that it is about Roberta Heck and you have won various awards and all? And again, please express why we should read your book.
I think people should read Hell from Salvation. Because it's unique in its telling of Cheryl's story of faith and triumph over the evils of drug addiction. It leaves the reader with trail markers, life lessons that can be used to overcome any struggle. With the current epidemic of prescription and illegal drug use and bullying afflicting our children today, could easily happen to your child, your grandchild, your sister, your brother. It could happen to anybody in your family. From Hell to Salvation will give you and your children common ground to discuss drug use and its effects. So I think, and being that I walk the ground and I brought that alien around my family, some people want to shun you. Don't do that. That's when they need you most. And rehab, unless they're ready, it's not going to do any good. Right now, what you need is a strong discussion. You need to find out what they're missing. Because I'm going to tell you, my dad died when I was 9. You see. And that left a big void in my life. And being the youngest out of 10, it seemed like all the pieces in that big house that we was in, everybody started leaving. And it was like everybody's just, your home is built of essence. Everybody has their own essence. And when that person leave, it's like a piece is taken out that house.
That's true.
And it was just such a big void that when I left, I was going to county school, and I was doing fine until they moved the city limits up and integrated and sent me to city school. And when I went to city school, I saw a part of life that I had never seen in county school.
Okay. But that's not an uncommon story. I mean, we grow up, and especially those who have been, we call the Christians that have been in church for a while, their kids grow up, they wonder what happened to their kids. Their kids finally come out of that cocoon, and they meet the rest of the world. Right. What happens when you meet the rest of the world? Right. I mean, so that's the... But
I didn't have the common knowledge of what not to do. I went out here. I was always around my house. Maybe to take a drink or a beer, but it never no drugs. Nobody talked about it. And so when I got at it, I'm seeing these people out here doing this, that, and the other. And I'm thinking, wow.
So that's the influences that takes part in your life as individuals. And that's why I think this book, you all tried various venues of getting the book out there. I think you should try high school as well, because that's another avenue. Because the high school kids really need to know about this and what the essence of it really is. Right?
Yeah, I was going to say it's interesting you should say that, because a lot of the parents are buying the books and they're buying them over and over, and they're saying, "I'm buying it for my sister. I'm buying it for my niece.
But
I'm buying it for my kid."
The book. Talk to them. There's something that
discuss the story.
You got to talk to them.
Support group.
Let them know. It's not always the crowd, because that crowd could lead you down a road that that you don't want to go down. Right. And whatever they're doing, you might not want to do. It might not be a good choice. You need to talk. It's no communication around in a family setting.
Well, they're so busy on their iPod. They're so busy on their phones and Facebook and what have you.
But one thing
they're busy.
One thing they need to bring back is family night. One night for family night, for family games and talk and
well,
discuss.
you have to say where they can get this book. Again, you can't. You have to say it again and again and again. Okay,
because this book. I poured my soul into it. My husband asked me, "Are you sure you want to write this?" I said, "Well, if God says so, I'm sure." Okay. This book, From Hell to Salvation, One Girl's Journey, by Roberta M. Heck. You can go to my website for an author signed copy. If you want me to sign it, just go to www.robertaheckministries.org and go to the gift shop, or either go to any online.
Or simply pull out for the kids or for the younger folks, pull out your iPhone, just go to the Apple store and search for From Hell to Salvation. You can get it there.
Also, you can Google the title.
You can Google the title.
Google your name.
Yes, Google it. You can Google in Roberta M. Heck and see all my books. Or go to Amazon. Okay. Because a lot of folks say that, now I understand your poetry. Okay. Now that I've read this book, your poetry makes sense.
Right. Now, but how about for old school like me? Where do we go to get the book?
Well, you know what? You could just
give me a telephone number, please.
You could just call me at 7.
Give me a telephone number.
Call me at 732-415-0154. And just say you need a book, and I will gladly send it.
And you have an email also. Yes. Can we contact you by email?
Yes, Roberta at Roberta Heck Ministries. That's MINISTRIES.org.
Okay.
So that's Roberta at Roberta Heck Ministries.
Okay, very good. Now I understand you have another poem for us.
Yes, ma'am.
But before you get to the poem, is there anything else that you want to share with those that are listening to us now, those that are viewing us? Anything you would like to add that we haven't really discussed?
I just want to let like I said, the 2 reasons that I wrote this book. And one is because God put it in my heart to share my story. And if I can just keep one person from going down that road, which was not a pretty road, because it would take you down that spiral steps to hell. And when you dance with the devil and he leads, you lose. And you would definitely lose. And the second reason is because of all the suicide of kids. Kids commit suicide because of the bullying. It's bullying. Words can hurt, but you know what? There's always something you can do about that. You can either take it to the principal, but like you said, put on your big girl drawers and say, "Look, you got to back up off me." Sometimes you can't just be. What's the word I'm looking for? so naive that little bitty words hurt, because you got to build that self-esteem up.
Right.
Because when people bully you, they're jealous of you.
Yes.
You're doing something that they just don't like, and they trying to make you feel small.
All right.
So you need to know that if somebody's bullying you, you're doing something good.
All right.
And that's the truth.
That is true. And we had a show on bullying.
Yeah.
And through all those concepts.
Yeah.
But I want you, we got about 3 minutes. You have a minute and a half to
Okay.
do that.
But let me just share. Once you get yourself together and them bullies keep messing with you, you know what you're going to find? You're going to find that there are opinionated oppressors judging others as if they were gods. When they sweep around their own back door, much clutter, where should they start? They always have an opinion as to what someone else should do, then crawl away to do their dirt. Such deception through and through. Their objectives are to put another down when they themselves don't live as they should. Now tell me, can you dig that? Yes, I know you could. Then the holier than thou grin so openly when you meet. Their eyes and heart are full of so much jealousy, viciousness, and deceit. They smile in your face, will talk about you. Now that's a fact. If their tongues were truly a dagger, you have so many stabs in your back. They look resentfully because you're happy. Their intent for you is never for the good. Now tell me, can you dig that?
I like that.
Yes,
I like that.
I
like that. Roberta, I thank you so much, you and Roderick Heck, coming on. This is In the Public Interest. I'm your host, Brenda Cusack. You are viewing us on WZBN Channel 25, Mercer County Channel, and you are listening to us on WIMG 1300, worldwide internet, WIMG1300.com. And thank you. In the
Brenda.
Public Interest with
Brenda.
Roberta and Roderick Heck.
To God be the glory.
Oh,
amen.